Alrighty, debatably the most important flow. We have the welcome flow. Let's get into it. So, the cost per acquisition problem. Just want to talk a little bit about the pop up and the welcome flow. The CAC problem. You cannot lower ad costs. It's impossible. Zuck has us in a chokehold, and he can make you pay whatever he wants for you to make a purchase. But what you can do is you can make every click that you get off those ads worth more. With an improper system in place, you're not going to get as much off of your click. But with a dialed pop-up form, you're able to turn your paid traffic into owned traffic. You're able to get their email to send them messages. In a powerful welcome flow, which is going to trigger after somebody opts in, it's going to turn those curiosity people into conversions. It is the cheapest and highest leverage way to stretch your ad dollars. That is with your pop-up form and then your welcome flow. So instead of paying to $50 to maybe get a sale, so you get a $50 cost per click, whatever you're getting. A lot of brands, it's more like 10, 15, 5. But you pay $50, at least get the email, build trust, and then convert them now or later without having to pay again on ads. That is how you beat rising CAC. Get them to click once on an ad, get their email address, and send them emails for cheap. What happens if you don't nail this? Somebody goes to your website, you miss the trust window, where somebody, right when they see you, you miss this, you get subscribers that abandon, never come back, and future purchases lost forever. So before versus after, funnel fix, so without pop-up and welcome flow, $50 in ad spend, you get clicks, people bounce off your website, you don't get any email captured, lost money. With pop-up form and welcome flow, you get clicks, and at least you get the email captured. You get to send those welcome emails that educate people and have urgency and direct response. You get a sale today, or you prime people for sales later on, and then you get increased LTV off of your ad clickers. So instead of just like LTV for customers, LTV on site visitors. And same ad spend, but completely different outcome just by optimizing your pop-up and your welcome flow. So the welcome flow, non-negotiables. This is what we want. Every welcome flow is going to be completely different. I don't want to just give you this set and play template because a brand that's selling $10,000 saunas is going to be different than a brand selling protein supplements. We need completely different welcome flows. For somebody who might be kind of interested, they clicked an ad on your website, they're kind of interested in your product, they opted into your email list, they need completely different information. But there are a couple of high leverage things that we need to make sure every single welcome flow includes. And I'll be going into these. Turn off double opt-in. What's double opt-in? That's when somebody opts into your email list, they get sent an email that says, hey, click this button to confirm your subscription. We don't want to give people a second chance to like second guess them signing up to the email list. No, we want to turn that off. You can just go that inside your list inside of Klaviyo. Super easy. So essentially just go to whatever list people are joining inside of Klaviyo, go to settings, list settings, consent, and then go from double opt-in to single opt-in. Boom, you get rid of that. The first email in the welcome flow needs to fire automatically upon signing up. Don't wait some bullshit 10 minutes or wait 1 hour. No, give people the discount code that they signed up for immediately. Give some people information immediately. This is the warmest they are ever going to be. We need to send them information right off the bat. Do not wait. We need to have at least 3 emails in our welcome flow. Ideally more. I like to do like 4 to 5 emails. I think it's the sweet spot. You could also do 6. I have some welcome flows that are like 15 emails, but at least 3 emails long. Because also you have to understand that if you're sending campaigns regularly, like the weekly blasts to your list, people are going to be receiving that, and they'll naturally convert from that. So we need to make sure it's at least 3 emails long, not 1 email where we send them the discount and hope they buy. No, we need multiple emails reminding of the discount. Our emails 1 to 2 days apart. When somebody opts into your email list, if they don't buy within the first like 5 days, it's going to be very difficult to get them to convert. So we need to make sure that we're hitting them with multiple touch points. Don't wait like a week. No, let's hit them every single day, right when they opt in. That's the warmest they're ever going to be. We need to hit them every day. Every single email in our welcome flow needs to remind of the welcome discount. We need to remind them, hey, reminder, you have 20% off. Use this discount code. And then get to the rest of like the email content. So make sure that you at least mention the welcome discount in every email, so that the customer doesn't have to go back and find the other email with the discount code. That's going to increase your churn. Just put it right there for them. We want to include a text-based email in our welcome flow, which we're going to show you, which is just a plain text email. It's no graphics, just text. And it comes from a real person. That personal effect, reaching out to you, reaching out to customers, like a customer service support style email, works really, really well. We're going to show you what that looks like. And then, of course, we need a last chance discount email. People need urgency to buy. Last chance. It's just human nature. You put things off. You need a last chance. That's how we get people to buy. So these are what we need. So there's going to be a little bit of flexibility that you get, but at least this is what every single welcome flow needs to have. So creating your strategy. Let's do this. Since every brand is different, every welcome flow strategy should be different as well. Some welcome flows can be 3 to 4 emails, some can be 6 to 8. So we need to look into the brand and think of what the customer may be thinking when they opt into your email list. What's important to them? What are their objections? Is buying your product like an impulse purchase or a decision that takes time to decide? If it takes a lot more time, then maybe you want to send more emails. If it's a complicated product, maybe you want to send more emails. Whatever. But typically, here's like a base strategy for you to go off of, the welcome flow. So we have the trigger and then the filters as well, and we'll be going over this. But essentially, you want to have your filters inside of Klaviyo, placed orders 0 times since starting this flow, and then bounce less than 2 times since starting this flow. So essentially, if anybody fails to meet any of these, they'll be kicked out of the flow. But here's the welcome flow. Immediately after somebody signs up, joins the email list, email 1, welcome in, give the discount, introduce the brand, and encourage some exploration. Hey, thank you so much for joining. Here's your 20% off discount code. Here's a little bit about us. Here are some of our best sellers. Go shop the website. Perfect. Wait one day. Let's bring them closer to the brand with a little bit of a brand story and some benefits of the product, why they would want to go with you versus the competitors, and then reminder of the offer. Of course, just a reminder that you have a welcome discount that isn't going to be available forever. And then we want to have email 3, which we're going to have the welcome offer expires in 48 hours, list some product categories, and then customer support block. Hey, if you have any questions, please reach out to this email. We're here to support you, yada, yada, yada. And so this is the urgency. And then we have an email 4. This is where we do a text-based email directly from the founder. Hey, just wanted to reach out. Everything okay with your order? By the way, I extended your offer, or this is like your last chance to buy, yada, yada, yada. If you have any questions, respond to this email. That personal touch point hits really, really well and converts well. So here's a base strategy for you to go off of. But let's go into a little bit more strategy here. That's like something super simple if you want to just like go and run with it. But this is like a more fluid option right here. So the welcome flow template. Email 1, welcome email, and deliver incentive, just like this. Welcome, pretty similar across most brands in terms of layout. Deliver our incentive, give some brand background. That's what our email number 1 is going to be. Whatever you think like new people need to convert. And then what we're going to have is filler emails. 1 to 5 filler emails, which filler gives it a bad kind of like word where it's like not necessary, but these are essentially educational emails. If you need a lot of education for your product, then send some more emails. If your product's a little bit more straightforward, then maybe you only need like 1 or 2 filler emails where it's just like educational. These can be social proof emails, and I'll give you there are going to be a ton of examples that I go over of potential filler emails. These are essentially between the welcome email and then the last chance email. So you can plug in anything with relevant information as long as you remind of the discount in every single one of these emails. Just remind of the discount and educate the customer. And then we want to go into the last chance email, which is going to clean up some sales from people who haven't converted already. Use heavy urgency to let them know that the discount is disappearing. And then we want to do that, finish with that text-based support email. Reach out from the founder, support team, and offer support, and a final little push for the discount. What you can see here, we followed that exact outline, but we did 1 filler email, and it was a brand story. So that's something that you can do. You can also add like a testimonials interview in here. You can do an us versus them email added in here. All sorts of stuff that you can do with these filler emails. So let's go through. First, we're going to start off with the welcome email, number 1. Then we're going to talk about some filler emails, and the last chance discount email, and the text-based support email. Here's exactly how these should look. Okay. Welcome email number 1. Purpose. Deliver a strong intro to your brand in the briefest way possible while giving them what they want, the discount. People opted into your email list just for the discount. They don't give as much of a shit about you. They just want the discount. So they want the discount or the freebie, and maybe just a quick summary of what your brand has to offer before they continue shopping. So we want the design to be simple, clean, and just easy to follow. Don't try to do too much. The goal is simply to get people to click to get back on the website. So as a section, a template, have a hero section with the discount code, button, brief intro on the brand, bridge section with a quick brand summary, and then go straight to the product section. Here's Chamberlain Coffee. Welcome to Chamberlain Coffee. We're more than just coffee. From delicious premium coffee to flavorful matcha, we're with you for all the moments that matter. Here's your discount code, button, boom. Hero section, discount code, button, brief intro. And then they just go straight to the best sellers and shop by different products. Perfect, simple, easy to go. Next, we have this one from Surefire CPR. Hero section right here. Become a real life hero today. $10 off. Here's your discount button up at the top of the email. Boom. That's the hero section. And then we go into a little bit of brand information right here and a little bit of just like benefits. And then here, go find your class. Perfect. Right here, we have this brand, THC brand. Welcome in. A place to connect, learn, and explore conscious cannabis without judgment. Here's your discount code. Button way up at the top. This is perfect. Discount code at the top, button up at the top. Perfect. And then if somebody wants to learn a little bit more, Then boom, we run into this section right here of a little bit more information about the brand, and then we go into shopping the different products. Same sort of thing here. Welcome in, here's your discount, shop now. A little bit more information about the brand, and then here are more ways to shop. Perfect. Don't overthink your welcome email number one. This is awesome. Now we get into the filler emails. So these are educational emails between the welcome and then the last chance. People need education, and people just need reminders to buy from you. They get busy. Maybe they didn't buy right off the bat, or maybe they weren't ready to buy. People need reminders. So we need to stay top of mind. So this is why we want to include filler emails. Build some trust, because most customers won't buy immediately. These emails help bridge that gap. Overcome objections, so answer unspoken questions that might stop someone from converting. It's going to position your brand and show what makes you different and how your product works and why it's worth the price. And so it's positioning you versus competitors who may not be sending the customer any information. So it's kind of just like they don't care about the customer. We care enough to be able to educate you. And then also prime future buyers. So even if somebody doesn't buy now, with educational filler emails, we're laying the groundwork for later so that we have trust built up with them so that they can buy later on. So here are examples of filler emails. We have an Our Story email right here. So essentially, to build trust by making the brand feel human, we want to introduce the founder, the origin story, or deeper mission behind what we do. And honestly, like a lot of customers haven't bought because they don't know if you're real and if like what you're saying is true. So we combat this by showing the why behind the brand. So here are like some great examples. Just hero section, include a founder photo, have a bridge section with the story, and then product section, you can have like some subtle product links. But just like, hey, pictures of the founders right up here in all of these emails, the story behind us, here's how we started, here's an information right here, and then remind of your discount code. Perfect. We need to make sure that in all these filler emails, we remind of the discount code. This is perfect. Discount code, brand information, amazing. Our Story email is great. I love to include these. We also have a frequently asked question email or frequently asked questions email. Helps overcome objections that are silently killing your conversions. Most customers won't ask. They're not going to reply to your emails. Not all of them are being like, hey, what about this? And hit up your support team. So we need to address these frequently asked questions up front. So directly address these hesitations. So simple template, hero section, just literally state the FAQ, bridge section explaining it, and then product section of how your brand addresses that. So here's a text-based variation. I wanted to include this. Hey yo, the most common question I get is, what does Breeze taste like? It's a THC drink. It makes sense. Buying a drink you found on the internet is a little risky, especially if it just tastes like another sad club soda. If you've been on the fence, I can assure you that it's delicious, despite only being 30 calories. I've explained it as Sprite as adults. Boom. So they overcome this objection and answer that straight up. Here's another example of an FAQ. Is safe teeth whitening possible? Here's the truth. Boom, boom. Most whitening products cause this. Here's how we're different, but what about the right products? So, yes, it is possible, but as long as you buy from the right brand. So here's like your guide to enjoying this product. And then FAQ sections right here. How fast do they work? Can I take multiple shots together? And then featuring the different products down here. So you could answer FAQs. It's very smart. So you can do one FAQ, or you can do like multiple different FAQs like this. How it works. So educate subscribers on how your product actually works. This reduces confusion, builds trust, just lay it out in clean English. So email template, do whatever you want with a hero section. How does it actually work? I like to do like before and afters or show the process. And then a bridge section, just explain it, and then product section, tie in your brand. Right here, you can see a before and after of how does this product actually work. So how does it work? Before, after, it'll instantly tie in your face. Here's the benefit, like actually what it does, and then how does it work? Highlighting the different ingredients within the product. Works really, really well. And they finish it off with some social proof. Right here, how the product gives you the BBL effect with the leggings. And so the step-by-step on how it works, and the magic, how it works right here. And then how does this product, this like tech sort of product that connects to your car, how does it work? Boom, super simple, and explains it right here. So there isn't any guesswork and people just have less uncertainty when buying your product. Next, we have a what's inside email. So if you have like a supplement sort of brand or CPG, show your audience exactly what they're getting, whether it's ingredients, materials, even if you're a product, if you sell like clothing or accessories, you can include materials and have like a what's inside because transparency builds trust. And so we just want to say like straight up, like, hey, what's inside? You can have like a benefit section up top and then finish with a what's inside. So all of the ingredients of this product right here, which you can see right here for this brand. This same one from AG1, what they do is they talk about the benefit up top, and then they have a table to show the different products, vitamins, minerals, prebiotics, probiotics, greens and superfoods, yada, yada, yada. And then this one right here of just simple, hey, we have 3 ingredients. Here's what it is, the bold one, the smooth one, the sweet one. Great education to let people know of exactly what's in the product. Now we have social proof, lots of different social proof campaigns that you can do, but essentially just reinforce trust by showing proof from your customers. So right here, you could do like sort of like ones that are based off of celebrities and influencers. So Cristiano Ronaldo, Mike Thurston, Emma Thornton. So you have this variation of testimonials right here. You can have a customer, like a few customer-based ones, best chocolate bars, feature testimonial up top, and then have some right here. And then also this one right here of different reviews. And I like the 4.8 stars out of 5 on 18,200 reviews. So just super simple email to show, hey, we are legit. Like, we're not lying. So obviously that's going to work. How we're different, so super clear email of like us versus them. Why work with us? Why buy from us rather than buy from one of the other thousands of other brands in our niche? So we just want to clearly state that. So something like, why does our jewelry shine harder than other brands? We use this material, we use high quality materials, and we guarantee buyer protection. Boom. So that's why somebody may go with you, because not everybody offers buyer protection. Us versus them. Why you should get generic delivery of food delivery versus like us. How we're different. Ease of ordering, personalization, the ingredients, it's convenient, and thoughtful gift options. Boom. Right here. Why go with us? Love, comfort, inclusivity, woven together. Carriers that hold more than just your baby. And then it goes into the actual like us versus them section of why us versus other baby carriers. Oopsies. And then just a simple bestsellers email. If you have a lot of SKUs, or even if you don't, if there's just one product that is like your main product, you just want to educate on that, then perfect. Highlight that. It could be a single feature featuring multiple different products. So here's like an example right here of a single product highlight right here. Stress doesn't stand a chance. Educate on this product right here. Testimonial, a little bit of what's inside right there. And then what products do our customers love? Highlight the best sellers right here. Here are our top favorites. Here's why they perform well. And then you have this right here of different products right here. Our fan favorites, shop our best sellers. Here's one, here's another, here's another, and here's another. Boom. Feature those products. There are also all sorts of other filler email examples. Here's a list right here if you want them. One benefit, highlight one of your benefits, highlight one of your features, how the product's made, how to use your product, here's what's trending, even more testimonials, us versus them, myths versus facts. You could highlight a blog that maybe does well for you, educational blog, customer transformation, before versus after. You could do another note from the founder, gift guide, treat yourself. All this sort of stuff is stuff that we've used in our welcome flow that I also want to include for you so that you can check them out. And again, this is going to be attached and provided for you. So we have our intro welcome email. We have filler emails, so 1 to 5 filler emails. Choose like your couple favorites right there. And then we have our last chance email. So by the end of this flow, we should have trust built up, and people should recognize you when you send an email to them. They know who you are. So we should have some trust built up. People just need to nudge to buy. So we want to drive urgency before a discount expires or product sells out. That's kind of just like what we're looking for. So this is our final push to convert subscribers. So email template, hero section, straight into a product section. No need to go crazy right here. Just this is it. Final warning, $20 off is on its last breath. Use this code, shop now. And then you can feature some products if you want, some more urgency. Last chance for 10% off your order. Use this discount code. Super simple, don't distract. Last chance. This was a countdown timer. So if you can include a countdown timer, those work well. $10 off right here. Use this. And then here's a text-based variation of last chance. Junior, quick reminder, your welcome discount expires tonight. Here's some information about us. Use this code for 15% off. Super simple. Just, hey, it's your last chance. Go buy. And then I like to always end out with a text-based sort of support email. If we can include these text-based emails, it just differentiates us from competitors because it's like, oh my goodness, someone is actually reaching out to me. It's not like this graphic and super crazy thing. No, this really separates us and it really performs well. And it also is going to let your customer service team get people to convert as well. So it's going to mix urgency and then also that support tone. And it doesn't seem too pushy. It's just like more of a friendly nudge and just like support because we ask them just like, hey, is everything okay? It seems friendly, like we're genuinely reaching out. I hope we've given you a taste of our commitment to quality. We've got your back and stand by out with this. I notice you haven't placed your first order yet. No worries if you're busy. I get it. Just in case this was a mistake, I extended it for 24 more hours. Like we're doing them a favor and we're not pushing too fast. It's coming from an actual person, from Sarah. And also, P.S. If you have any questions, our support team is always ready. Just reply to this email. boom, I feel looked after, like this brand actually cares about me. So that's perfect. We always want to include that. So I like to have the initial welcome email, a couple filler emails, maybe we have 3 filler emails, and then, hey, absolute last chance, and then, is everything okay? Just reaching out, I extended your discount for you. And then boom. That is the welcome flow. That is the optimized welcome flow that we want to roll with.